What are you like at growing plants? I am absolutely useless at it. I've tried to grow tomato plants before, chili plants. They look like they're growing well. They're full of leaves. But as I take a closer look at them, there are never any tomatoes or chilies on them. That is what we have this morning in our reading from Mark's Gospel on this Monday of Holy Week. Jesus is hungry, he's travelling down to Jerusalem, and he sees this fig tree full of leaves. He's giving the impression that there are fruit on this fig tree. But as he pulls back the leaves, he finds the fig tree to be empty of fruit. It is a fruitless fig tree. So Jesus curses that fig tree. But he uses this picture of this fruitless fig tree as a parable for the people. He goes down to the temple and finds that this place that should have been a house of prayer, a place for all people to come, was in fact a den of thieves. We read in verse 15, on reaching Jerusalem, Jesus entered the temple courts and began driving out those who were buying and selling there. He overturned the tables of the money changers and the benches of those selling doves, and would not allow anyone to carry merchandise through the temple courts. And as he taught them, he said, "Is it not written, my house will be called a house of prayer for all nations? But you have made it a den of robbers." It's become a place of big business. The people travelling there to the temple for the Passover are charged extortionate prices. They need to make a sacrifice. Yet what might cost a pound has been put up to £10. The historian Josephus, writing about that time in AD 66, said there were 250,000 lambs slaughtered in Jerusalem during the Passover. You can imagine what huge business was going on in the temple. And so Jesus, in his righteous anger, turns over the tables. He drives out the animals. He should have found spiritual fruit. He should have found them being a people of true faith, showing love for God and love for others. But all he found was a leafy, fruitless people. If Jesus was to pull back the leaves in our lives, the leaves in the life of his church, would he find fruit? If he was to pull back the leaves of church attendance, of baptism, of prayer, of reading our Bibles, of doing good, would he find true spiritual fruit of faith and repentance? That is what Jesus should have found in the people in the temple. It should have been a house of prayer, a place for all people from all nations to come to worship God. But he found it a marketplace, a fruitless place. Are we growing fruit that is honouring to our great God?